10 90s school supply legends enter. Only one rules your backpack. Guess our number one before the reveal and you earn eternal pencil sharpener privileges. Miss it and you're stuck with a dull number two. Let's go. Welcome to Top 10 from the 90s, your cozy neon nostalgia countdown. Today we're ranking the top 10 90s school supplies by hallway clout, spotted from across the room packaging, and that instant nostalgia hit. One photo, logo, box, or cover should teleport you straight back to homeroom. Lock in your number one guess. Countdown starts at 10. If your quiz didn't start with a quick hair rub for luck, were you even in the 90s? Neon tufts turned pencils into tiny mascots you traded like collectibles, and every desk had at least one. The troll doll craze exploded in the early 90s, and these toppers were an essential part of the fad. Schools side-eyed them as distractions, the fad cooled, but the image stuck. A green troll head with electric pink hair perched on a yellow Dixon Ticonderoga. The twist to Advanced Champ with the springy yellow barrel was the decade's everyday workhorse. Cheap, durable, and everywhere on standardized test days. It was the quiet counterpoint to glittery novelties. It rarely stole the spotlight. It just showed up and delivered. The 10-tipped twistable nose, Sharpwriter stamped near the clip on that matte yellow barrel. Swirled multicolored wood turned a basic pencil into a mini art piece and a status symbol at the sharpener. If you had a fresh yikes, you guarded it like treasure. Made by Empire Barrel, they hit the market in 1992 and were discontinued by the late 90s, which only boosted their legend for collectors. The funky yikes word mark in marbled barrels in a loud blister pack hanging on a peg wall. Poster day was a sensory event. Cherry, grape, blueberry, and the infamous black licorice. Teachers loved the bold color. Kids begged to borrow them for banners and book reports. The line was first introduced by Sanford in 1965, but the 90s cemented the ritual. Right? Sniff, smile, repeat. The rainbow set in a clear plastic tray, fruit mascots on the box, chunky caps lined in rows. The clean front patch logo and suede bottom variants turned utility into a uniform. From middle school to campus tours, JanSport read as reliable but cool, with colorways for every vibe. The 90s made it feel like everyone had one, even if yours had a lucky zipper keychain. The rectangular JanSport patch on the solid color body with that sand-colored suede base, the iconic Right Pack, which debuted in 1990. Build strong to last long wasn't just a slogan, it was the antidote to crumpled spirals. Poly covers, reinforced edges, and extra pockets made your notes look like you had your life together, even if you didn't. The brand, made by Mead, never left shelves, but the 90s rollout defined its rep. The clean 5-star word mark with 5 dots stamped on a bold cover, reinforced tabs peeking like armor. Margins became art galleries. Neon pops, milky pastels on dark paper, and metallic or glitter ink turned yearbooks into masterpieces and notes into doodle zones. Sakura invented the gel pen in the 1980s and introduced the jelly roll to the US in 1989. But the craze exploded in the mid to late 90s. The craze cooled later, then resurfaced with journaling. But those capped barrels still scream 90s. Clear or frosted barrels with the rounded jelly roll logo and multi-packs parked beside black paper notebooks. The classroom tech flex, required for algebra and pre-calc, packed with graphing power and secret games passed via link cable. Released by Texas Instruments in 1996, it was the first gadget many of us owned specifically for school. Newer models and phone apps took over, but this gray brick of silhouette remains the math class icon. The gray-green LCD with Y equals at the top, and a sea of rubbery keys beneath the TI badge. Neon dolphins, unicorns, rainbows, and big-eyed leopards turned folders and pencil cases into pure happiness. It wasn't just supplies, it was an aesthetic, with glossy finishes and holographic shine. The brand's popularity peaked in the 1990s, grossing over $60 million a year. Trends shifted, but the characters never left pop culture. Retro drops keep the magic glowing. The bubbly Lisa Frank logo on a glossy binder drenched in rainbow gradients. That Velcro reap echoing down the hallway, organization as a power move. Created by Mead and launched in 1978, Trapper Keeper became a 90s phenomenon. Customizable folders, bold geometric grids, dolphins, sports covers, it turned a binder into a billboard for your personality. Some schools even banned them for being too distracting, which only added to the legend. Trapper Keeper in the corner badge on the cover that screams 90s, flap folded over like a cape. We mapped the 90s backpack the way you dumped it on the kitchen table after school. Desk mascots that made tests feel lucky. Troll toppers, the sleeper MVP you actually used daily. Sharpwriter, the pencil you showed off at the sharpener. Yikes. Since the time travel you instantly. Mr. Sketch, the uniform you wore on your shoulders. Jansport, the serious upgrade that said, I'm organized now. 5-star, the ink that made you a yearbook celebrity. Gel pens, the brick that anchored your GPA and your secret games. TI-83, the art-forward aesthetic that made supplies fashion. Lisa Frank, and the Velcro king that defined the decade. Trapper Keeper, a Velcro reap, calculator button clicks, spiral wire tapping a desk. Great marker, fresh crayon wax in the supply closet, plastic new backpack, metallic ink on black paper, neon troll hair at the sharpener, a suede bottom Jansport tossed into a locker. Your turn. What ruled your backpack? Was it the Trapper Keeper's flap, the TI-83 secret link cable games, Lisa Frank's rainbow menagerie, or a fistful of glitter gel pens? Drop your personal number one in the comments, subscribe for more neon-soaked countdowns, and I'll see you next week when we unzip another 90s legend. Class dismissed.